Jeff Matzingo to make his welcome remarks.
Thank you, MC. Thank you everyone for coming for the press conference, and we want to welcome you to Diaspora Insurance House and to the manager and the killer team. This is where we are, this is home, feel free. Welcome to Diaspora Insurance House. We've got XQ, our seasoned brand ambassador. And thank you for showing up again to support the press launch and to support Killer T as well. So yeah, like I've always said that Diaspora Insurance House is all about African excellence. We are here to give communities the power and to give communities a home where they can host their events, where we can come and showcase our artists, and we are very honored to be having the artists here. And like I've always said, it's about community empowerment. And the community empowerment goes beyond supporting artists. We do support artists a lot because we believe that it's part of our corporate social responsibility to support our own, not just from Zimbabwe, from across Africa. We do support a lot of artists. The reason why we feel so much about supporting artists is because we believe that as a diasporic people, we are kind of a people who are scattered, and bringing in these artists brings us together, and bringing us together also gives us a lot of identity. It's something that you can easily take for granted in the diaspora, or if you are back home. But in the diaspora, I find that we are so scattered. Sometimes you find in your neighborhood, you are the only black person, and your children can grow up without meeting other Zimbabweans, other Africans, and it's something that we need to arrest through initiatives like this, where we bring artists. I've said it before that sometimes you find that your children, the only good words they may know are good words in a song. So they need to come and see these artists, start to identify. When they hear a song, they say, oh, that's the artist, or that's what we want to do, to make sure that our people keep their identity. Identity is all what makes a people. Without an identity, we are a lost people and we are a lost cause. That's when you will find our children going wild and losing identity and losing respect, losing our values. So it's very, very important that we keep on doing the community initiatives to support our own and build the capacity. As Diaspora Insurance, we do also focus on making sure that we deal with the problem that has become part of the narrative. And I've said that we don't want that to be part of our identity as diasporans. To say that every time there's a bereavement, it goes with begging. And it has been the narrative over the years that almost 90-95% of the times when we lose someone in the diaspora, it ends up with the people begging for help. And that cannot define us as a people. So the solution we have is called the Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan, which is a very, very simplified policy that allows you to cover yourself in the diaspora. You can cover family back home. And the whole idea is to make sure that if anything happens, losing someone is traumatic enough. To lose someone and be reduced to a beggar, it's a double trauma. And we need to arrest that problem and make sure that our people have got dignity in life and in death, so that we don't have to be always looking like what's wrong with these people. Every time there's a bereavement, they beg for help. So we don't want that problem to continue. We are FCA registered and we are authorized by the regulator in the UK, which is very, very important because it makes your policy very strong. And the cover that we offer is simple. It's a cash cover. It's a cash cover. Cash, why? Because cash, you can use your policy in the UK, you can use your policy to be taken home. You can also cover family back home in Africa. And that gives you the total flexibility that you want in terms of end-of-life expenses. So again, welcome to the artists, and we look forward to a nice beautiful show today. I think it also the Gerakumbarato Buddha. Thank you.
And now we invite the organisers to make people aware of the preparations for tonight's show.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So as you all know, tonight we're hosting one of Zimbabwe's top exports in terms of music coming out of Zim. This is the second edition now we've done this. I think it's important for artists to do these kind of shows outside of Zimbabwe where they can interact directly with their fans. So tonight, in partnership with Killer T himself, he is going to perform probably all night. It's at Cave, Birmingham. I think some are aware where it is. If not, it's very easy to find. It's in Diaspora if you Google Cave, Birmingham. Tickets are still on sale, but there's not many left, probably about 100 left. But come in your numbers, come ready to enjoy. As you all know, Killer T just dropped a song yesterday, which is arguably #1 right now in Zimbabwe and outside Zimbabwe. So we look forward to seeing everyone tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Now the floor is open to questions from fans and media. Raise your hand if you have any questions.
My question is simple, but directed to Killer T. How do you manage to make music that is like globally? It's not for the youth, it's not for the elderly, because we can find 40-year-olds, we can find 18-year-olds to show best-selling #1. What's the trick? What's the medicine behind creating hit after hit?
Okay. First thing for Nkoma aramba kuti ndifumure recipe. Nkoma aramba ndifumure recipe. But the thing is, I was born talented. Ndochinchotanga ndotenda Mwari kuti ndatozvarwa talented mandi haisi zvandodzidzira kana zvandotrena zviri mandi tu ndocalculate kuti zvinhu pafomula manje Parambo pafomula ngandingosiya vaka I was born talented.
Yes, I am. Any more questions?
My question is, your recent album is Tirivema Streets. How does this messaging sound of this project reflect the current realities of people in Zimbabwe and the diaspora compared to the past albums like Ngoma and Daimba?
Tirivema Streets is based on daily life that we are living every day. So that no face every day. Zvinhu Tirivema Street kuti nyangwe zvikanzi zvaoma zvinenge nyangwe zvaida sei hautishaya mustreet togara tirimo muroad tichiona zvese zvikuitika, so hatitize mahwani nozvaida sei satichiti nyangwe zvikanzi zvaida sei tinoramba tirichi mustreet, so inorepresenta kuti isusu tiri mageto youth.
Okay.
That's the truth.
Okay, thank you.
Do you have a song which is very personal to you? But it's a Sokaita. This is very personal, special to me. And if there is, what is the reason for that? Why is that song very important to you?
I can say 60% of my music based on a true story of my life. And I have a song which is coming out maybe today, midnight, which is called Indreneria. Yeah, that song is based on a true story. That's my life. I was singing about my life. But I know some of the people, they can relate. Because I know one that I current situation here and the game by desire. So, just when you make a because I said, I'm going to be
Alright. Angubvunza ukuthi pane ma-artist akawanda muZimbabwe anotarisira kwaurikira ti vanoda kuita ma-collaboration newe vauno-inspire ende tine ma-youths akawanda kuZimbabwe vari kuimba vamwe vachikukura mumusic. Ndingoti iwewe semukoma mumusic une shoko ripi raunokwanisa kupo vechidiki vari kusumukira music? Thank you.
Iyo ndingatanga kuipindura inini paita mukuru kwandiri panapo saka anoti mukoma ndoatanga kuipindura kuti mukoma munhu ndati boshoko rekuti chiisusu sevadii.
Hi guys, start many minutes in the stop body. Ndandauya kuno kundiri brand ambassador. Ndiri serial musician. I also married a Diaspora insurance. But anyway, first thing, effort in this common life in a moment nasiyana. In any effort ndakaisa chitanga music, I used to walk from Kambuzuma chipinda toners, chinyora masongs, chidiumbirira mubani. And apana munhu angakurudzira formula yekufamba because munhu wese ane ma-struggles ake. So I think it depends kuti wewe how much do you want it. Nowadays, I mean, it's easier. You can post stuff, you can just do AI and whatnot. So it depends what you do with the talent that you have. So it's also depend with efforts and which market are you targeting? Because like I was gonna ask you that you wanna to encourage us here in UK, because in the some states angu wananotera music yangu is UK, Zimbabwe, South Africa, and then America. So obviously my streets in UK kunoku kune vanhu vari kusupporta music yeku Zimbabwe, but also the artists vari kunoku vanonzwika sei in Zimbabwe, because obviously we need to support our own people, but kunoku people are all over the place. So I was going to ask him kuti saka toita sei kuti ma-artists ari kunoku ku-UK vapushe vanofly here back kuenda kuZimbabwe kuti vanombonoteererwa ma-streets or voita sei, because it's one of those difficult places in the world.
To Kilati, it's been long since we had this album. To own up a page back or Google some songs. So far, apparently two. What you consider album, Elena or two, we went from months to Tina Killing last Monday. To Diaspora insurance, Kilati, what was saved was shop at Diaspora house. At school, I went to who's representing the part around Diaspora house. No, so that's it.
Ndotanga nepindura Diaspora insurance. Ndikufila safe kana ndiri panapa. Panuza nyama ndikafenda ndiri panapa. Ndikore ndoba. As long as phone yangu ine password, ndozati zvimwe zvese ndosvika kujeni safe Diaspora insurance. So I will safe. Then when it comes to album now, inini zokubuditsa album zvanga siri maplans angu zvokudaro. But ndiri munhu anongazvigadzira music iripo each and every time, and aichinjwa music yesanga ichiriliswa nema-artists nditori paalbum kana ramukoma wangu ndoananga ndichiudomboteerera vanhu pendiri big fan ramukoma wangu. So but manje pakuda problem epanoposta papage ndichida kutaura kuti takuenda musecond edition yeBirmingham Kilati Shasha paBirmingham vari kuvatanzi iwo tiregera tipe album. Saka inendaudza kuti ndinda kuteerera imi mafans ndakutongokupai album. Saka chokwadi chiripo ndechoti album ndinaro rinoenda 12 masongs. Album ndinaro ritori mavidhio rakatokwana ritoripo rakatopenda haripo zvokutodaro hari right album riripo satikurisa album nhasi nasi tikulontsha album like tiuyimba amasongs album show event ayiphinda ngomo but album tolibulisa mangwana so 2 November album aningerapo.
So my question is to you, Kilati. Kunokunema upcoming agawandisa mu UK, like vasina mukana ukukona all the time. You get my point. So vanivao vanonetsekana kukubata. Vanoita say kuti vaite makolabo niwe. Like how can they reach to you? As a big artist, I know it's not easy. Kungomunganzi wafonera Kilati ndoda collab. So how are you gonna do that?
You're doing it, man. I have a manager. On all my pages with number, it's a manager. Wabata manager, ungatazo bata ni kajinji manager amba 20 uzo. Depending on a data project in a way. 2 minutes no na dogo ipet. No na do roll posi. Lopano zurumeli ma kombe juru. Kuanda kwedu ndo kusimuka wechini. Ini panenda kazorora mungano kipa jeni ndirambe jiende. Totosfara andishagara ndi studio every time. Ndani mumwe ndikavira. Instead of vanhu vateerere Chris Brown vangasaromboteerera munhu iye ndichisati prepare kuya nezvimwe zvinhu. Saka totofarira new blood maartisti ngaatowanda nokuti chinhu chedu chirambe chichienda.
My question is for Kilati. Your music is a vital link to home for many Zimbabweans in the diaspora. Beyond the music, what is your mission when you come to the UK? Is it purely entertainment, or do you feel you have a responsibility to promote Zimbabwean culture to a wider British audience?
At least mama don't pindura nega. I think mama answer mama don't go is okay. I think my speed will down.
Muvunzo wangu uri kuna Kilati. I've been following your pages and pane something chaunita chikanibata moyo. Your Kilati Foundation. I just wanted to ask Kutizo, what are the challenges you're facing in the foundation yako, and how best can the diasporan community help you to sustain your nice project you're going to check it at the older people?
Mani yakanaka mukuru. Muzama chimbira yanu ndinamatira everyday. Hakusi kundowana stereki. Even kana dhora charo nokwana. Mari matogara mune machimbera yakuti mamwe acho anenge angone angosirwa imba ari kugara vana vakafa pamwe ari kugara twazukuru mumwe angosirwa twana. So takaona kuti dzongwa tikajuma pashoma patetinavo papo tokuunganidza tokoti machimbera oi mumboita sei mumbobatane papo. So vanenge vachizodawo kubatsirawo zvavo tichaona toita sei togara chimbotaura nemanagement kuti toita sei tinyatsoscratcha chinhu chinoita kuti vanhu vanzwisisa kuti kana chidaisawo hand pachinhu ichi tatichaisvitsa zvedu nyaya yo kwamuri yokuti hatichatoida zvakasimba but taida kusvika nayo yakarongeka muchinzwisisa takaplaga chinhu chedu kuti munzwisise tubva tichienda kwakati ndozvataida kusvita taisada kungokudzai kuti hatuna tipewo mari tinonosapota machembera ino vanhu vanoda kunzwisisa chinhu chedu machitanga kubva apa muda kuenda kumurenda seko toda kutosvika pakutobhadhara kana maschool fees evamwe vana kana kumamisha zvinodaro zvikazokurowa meno kwazvichienda but mishini yedu ndekuti vaya vanenge vachishaya vaya tokubatsirana ndikabatsirawo 30 araba abatsirawo 40 anaso nzara tatodzinga musha testa kutofana zvatopera.
Maybe this is not a question, but rather pity. You know how, as artists in Zimbabwe, I've seen you do more collabs now, Mkoma XQ, people like Japris are big artists. There are people that are upcoming. Like, I just want you to give them encouragement. Because I feel like now, it's not shade or anything, but when I simuka one, but manya so to know kana mnashida collab, I can do collab because I just one. So how can you encourage my upcoming artists kutara baka batana kuti? It's a music industry. It's not about Moon One, it's about Tizataka Batana. Because come to think of it, we are not family ending, we are not family ending. By the end of the day, we're family. Sema Zimbabwe, Tirimori, Tatongo Sangana, Katomotanga of Adam, Kanomuza, Stereo, Dogon Sarizia, but so can you encourage my upcoming artists or one word of advice for them? Barabagambo Batana, Batana, Koma XQ, Koma JP, the list is endless, an artist.
Maonero angu inini ndekutoti kudhara mafungiro angu maonero angu izvezvi kudhara vapfana ndopanga vasina kutobatana izvezvi vabatana singaita vapfanawo ukaona kuti kudhara kwaisaitwa remix yesong parinozva ukaona kuti song ikabuda ndaroshambisika kuti vapfana kutoona vachitodeedzana vakawanda vondokomba kana song vani vari 7 for example mfana wangu Blink 4 ndakatanga kutomuzira paremix ameno gore lichitanga chichichi yange ritori song yanga yakabuda ndobva vatobatana vari 7-8 ndobva vaita sei even True Master mfana wangu akatanga kutozivikanwa paremix anga aririsa song ndobva vandobatana vari kuma7-8 varirisa song saka ndikuona kunga vapfana izvezvi vakatobatana saka kungowasimbisa nematongona mamada makangodaro zvamarongete.
Kune mafenzi ako akawanda anogara muno mu-UK vamwe vakabva kuZimbabwe. Tanzwa mukuru achitaura mastatistics echokwadi kuti pakaita rufu kakawanda kacho unonzwa vanhu vachiti ngatibatsiranei. Unokurudzirawo chii kune mafanzi ako ari muno mu-UK vamwe vachaya kushowo nevagara muno about kunaka kwe-diaspora insurance? Thank you.
Chakakoshera kunaka kwe-diaspora insurance ndechekuti unenge uri munhu agara akarongeka hausi kuchajwa mari yakawanda uchabvisa mari yako shoma pari kuzvigadzirira future yako ezvinhu zvako zvironge paunonzoita problem wafirwa waita sei hatichamakiswa kunzi munhu uyata ushatomuunza sei uchi ndonyaya inotanga kupisa manje pageto wakutonge munhu anga asina dhiri yeti rufa chichinhu chinogadzirirwa chinhu chinokujuma wakavarirwa nyange uri billionaire mari yako inenge iri muaccount tinoshaya password yebhengi kwako totanza tikuziva wotawanza amfesi anga asina ana brainwa takutanga kubatanza chi mari so ukangoisa zvinhu zvako manje mudiaspora insurance manje ava manje vakuchimhanya zvinhu manje zoti isusu patichasvika chida kubatanidza kuharare ma$5 kuti uige takutonza aiwa mari yenyu mimika chitengai doro takutopedza naye diaspora insurance akutopedza orotozitaura ndisi takazomuviga asadara foni yedu yari kuuk ndisi takazomuviga anoona saka ukagara isa zvinhu zvako manje mudiaspora insurance manje taura netumari tweduwa yadai mana kila timbo tengai data utoisananganamuviga ndoadvaisa ndokuda kuvapa zvakachenjera singaiti bcause dambudziko raunosiyira vanhu ukanzi washaika kandoita problem uri abroad pakaipa even shamwari dzako isusu waitengera doro totiza bcause unenge usatauri sareva zvaida murungu asipo tonobva chavo saka gara wakasota zvinhu zvako wana diaspora insurance aine problem.
Thank you.
Okay, I was going to try and add nyaya nakila. I mean, zvinoma jokes akawanda because message inosviswa isiri too serious. But the honest truth is, the moment munhu anoenda kusouth, munhu anoenda kuuk, America, chichichichi, vanhu vasiya padheni brain dzavo vakuti mufesi atorich atoninhingi musi waunofa vanhu vanokushora watadza kunzwa padheni saka vanhu vari kutambudzika kakudhiaspora vanhu vari kunetseka chichichi because watadza kunzwa padheni. So the best thing ever, I mean, ngatiti yatikuita mulife tichinakirwa nemagitari tichienda chinotravela all over the world, but I'm sure at 30-60 pounds a month, just to make sure that if something goes wrong, you are covered. Hausikunetsa hama dzako nemafesa, hausikushorwa nzee, saka munoenderei kuUK kwachika kuzotadza kudzoka mafa ikuwana so kungorongeka just 60 pounds a month, I think should be okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
I have two questions for Kijo and Kibo Santana. My first question is, what is the single biggest challenge you face when you're trying to bring high-profile artists from Zimbabwe to the UK? Is it the visas? Is it the venue costs, availability of venues, or is it logistics? And how do you overcome that? And then my second question is, there are a lot of people selling tickets in the black market. What have you prepared for tonight so that the fans will not have problems to enter the venue?
I think she meant to say Kojo.
Kojo, yes. Sorry about that.
My challenges. I always have this discussion with fellow promoters, both in the Zimbabwean music space and outside. I think the problem that we're still facing as Zimbabweans is culturally, Tajera went over 6 a.m. And when you look at Matoga in the UK, Masho's Pama levels are down shaking. I think you always hear my fans are but when you look at the venues that are world class, I think 90% of the venues in the UK, they close at midnight. You will see people, Chris Brown, Beyonce, Davido, they're okay when on 9/11. But as a Jabunza, Zimbabwean artists are over 5, which limits us. But the amount of venues are not that late, much shorter. And so I think in my view, e-culture taka ngoba ayikumba ukuthi chosen over wild. But ngoba ukugana
not in your punga.
Utoida upunge but munyika yatogara it's very challenging. So I think kuti tisvike palevel ine imo music inedzimwe nyika, I think panofanira kuchinjwa kabelief yongotoka namba 5. Unfortunately, that's what needs to happen. Kuti mashows asvike pakuti asvike. Near black market, I think it's very simple. Ukaona uchitenga ticket pa black market kupusa kwako maflyer akanyorwa mawebsite anotenga matickets. Ukalozwa zvakachipa unowa mari. It's that simple. The websites are there, it's always the same, the website doesn't change. I think sometimes ignorance yako munhu inongolida kuti madambudziko. And the official flyer is there, official website is there. There's only one website that sells tickets, which is Fixer. He released it on my website, on my pages, and I poster whether Akila, Edu, or other promoters from Bashbatsira. So I don't think in this day and age it should still be happening with Nanochenga public market. Because it's a matter of searching online, the tickets are up and you find the official websites or check them out.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Kilati Tatani almost 5 months, Takamirira 1 November. This is not just an ordinary Saturday, it's a big Saturday to your fans, to all Zimbabweans in the UK. What are you promising us tonight?
Imini shasha. Ngopedza. Asazana mwenyepewa. Ngopedza. Abatomboina vanozviziva. Vanozviziva. Yakatongodhaya. Yatongwa. Kwaedza. Tenda kubanguva
iko kana kwaedza asikana tenda kubangurai kana kwaedza vakomana tenda kubangurai iko kana kwaedza asikana tenda kubangurai kana kwaedza tunamutamba baba kana kwaedza vakomana tenda kubangurai kana kwaedza tunamutamba baba shika kwaedza amangonzo.
Right, sorry, tichacha wanu mvunzo ku Diaspora Insurance ndisumuke. Tinotenda ine zvamutiti muchikwanisa kupatina nemapromota edu ndokunobvasadza edu. Inini ndiri super introducer ku Diaspora Insurance. Saka tine dambudziko ratinosangana naro rekuti kana uchirejista munhu uchada kungopa agent kuti agent uya azokwanisa kurejista munhu yaya, but munhu uya ndakamira naye zvinezvi paanozofonerwa pamwe atoni shift mungatibatsiwo sei kuti tikwanise kungopedza bhora ka vanhu vangoziva kuti commission yangu yatombopa munhu.
It's a good point because it's right down involvement yamunolakita. So we've got my levels so we can just support needs collection and bringing awareness to the community. You can have the super introducer stage where you are. If you feel you really happy with where you are now, we can get you trained to own Kodalan. I think in my info. Yeah, ready for the next stage. So get in touch, then we will get you trained so that you onboard people as a qualified advisor.
Sorry, ndadzoka futi zvakare. Ini ndakauya kubva kuZimbabwe nemukomana ari pakati pemigration killer team. Simba racho zvakare. Islam. Ndainvite mufana wangu uyo angada kuuya kuzondiona kusunga. Angada kuuya kuzondiona kuhotel. Ndikamuti ini ndaenda Diaspora House zvandipei postcode nditei. Pakero maitira ndikanzi namaneja wangu kocho muchipotangu taenda pakadiaspora insurance house anosvika abva ita izvozvo mbasvika ndazofara kutadza foni nditori member raidiaspora insurance ndotobhadhara $23 yokava my family ndafara zvekuti zvandifadza.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. My question is for Diaspora Insurance. We recently saw the tragic circumstances of a late DJ, and there was a burial dispute that brought problems with sharp costs for repatriation. How do you specifically alleviate financial and emotional trauma when such challenges take place?
Okay, thank you for the question. Without mentioning names for data protection and for the dignity of the affected, yeah, we do have situations like that quite often, and our starting point is that this is the 14th year of Diaspora Insurance running. So we encourage people to get covered. That's the starting point. There's also the element where we would come in to support, but there's the risk that people will then not take my policies saying we are going to be supported anyway. So we need to balance between supporting someone who chooses not to have insurance and is a tragic situation where we need to intervene. So we always go in to support the communities, make sure we support the families, the bereaved families, without risking tipping to a point where people say, so don't take cover, we'll just be supported anyway. So the critical thing is that people should take cover. And unfortunately, the reality of our African diaspora, or not even diaspora, African mentality, in most countries, Zimbabwe is, in terms of insurance penetration, insurance knowledge is quite high. But in other African countries, you find that the insurance penetration or understanding of how insurance works may be on the low, and it's quite a challenge. But all the same, what you find with most people is that death per se is not a dinner table subject matter. No one wants to talk about death. Unfortunately, the reality with most of us Africans is that we've got this mentality that death is a taboo subject and should not be talked about. If you talk about it, it will crystallize into reality. Therefore, you will die. What I want to assure people in most of these cases where you see it seems like now it's a tragic thing and everything, people would have known about insurance and chose not to do anything about it. What I want to tell people is that taking a funeral insurance does not mean that you are going to die. I can assure you that yes, at some point everyone will come to pass, but the point is that taking a funeral insurance, there's no single person in the world who has ever died a second earlier because they've got a policy. Equally, there's no single person in the world who have lived longer, even by a second, because they didn't have a policy. So it's just an issue of planning. And planning is about bringing the future into the present so that you craft a solution while least you can. And this notion of saying death is a taboo subject matter should die. Because death will happen. As they say, we all begin to die the day we are born. We just don't know how long we have to live. And the feeling that, or the belief that it will happen next door should also die. To God next door is anyone's door. So anyone can be promoted at any time. No one is guaranteed tomorrow. So that's the thing. Some people don't take policies because they think they are too young to take a policy. My question is that, what is the dying age? If you can answer that question, then tell us that you are too young to take a policy. If you know the dying age, tell us so that we all wait and take policies when we are about to die. So yeah. So we support, but we don't want to get to a point where people feel that I don't need to cover myself, I will be supported anyway because I've got a profile in the community or I've got this. But the reference to case we ended up having to intervene or to do what we can to support in terms of supporting the community and supporting the bereaved families. But my encouragement is that even myself, God forbid something happens to me, my family know that the money is ready. My policy is ready. I'm one of the biggest clients for Diaspora Insurance. People may think we work there, therefore we get free policies. No, it doesn't work like that. Even all the staff members, if you ask them, they will tell you they've got their own policies that they pay. So people just need to pay because end of life is guaranteed. It will happen at some point. It will all come to pass. Yeah, we just don't know when. And critically, there's no dying age. Thank you.
My next question, Kilati ndakumbotaura neshona. Music yako Kilati inodistributwa Jungle Entertainment Ventures inoratidza kuti uri kufamba towards international visibility. Saka next step yauchatora kuti uzvi-establish kuti usimbe presence yako mu international community, international market, particularly mu Europe neku North America ndeipi?
Achangura machura music, good music, shiga bakushiga, wenunda kushiga yega. That's what I can say.
Okay, thank you.
We're taking the last two questions now. Any volunteers?
You're okay.
Ndine ma-questions akawandisa but since mati mautora ekupedzisira hapana zvatinogona kuita. Kilati,
You can ask more.
alright, mazvita basa. Kilati, title yekuti chairman iyoyo ititle yako iwewe samambo wemuZimbabwe dance hall yawakaena wakaishandira. Saka pakati pemamwe madancehall artist auri kuteerera wewe ndapi auri kufarira and chii chauchaita kuti uzosapota vamwe vakawanda kuti vagoita status fanike yako iweyo yachairman?
Ndinoteerera music yemaartist ese and kakawanda kacho macollabos tinoita vamwe vanovaita zvavanobachida zvazvo zvekuofisi kwedu isu semaartist pana modzi namukoma vakona kufumura recipe yaplanning kwedu tinosangana manje mainbooks kwedu todiscussa kuti takufanira kuita sei but otherwise tirimo muground and ticharamba chitongosimudzana ila zvipere muzvi.
Any more final questions?
I've got a question for Kojo. Did I get the name right this time? Okay, so my question is for Kojo and Kiba Santana. The UK has several major Zimbabwe music hubs. How does the market and fan base in Birmingham differ like from London? And why do you choose Birmingham? Are there any other major cities where you can be hosting Zimbabwean music events? And how do you tailor your promotion strategy specifically for Birmingham?
I think the way we tailor our promotion is not targeted to Birmingham. Birmingham is just, it sits in the middle of a lot of major cities. That is why we prefer most of our events to be here. It's easier for people to get to. You will find that when you're going to London, people that are up north might find it too far. Hence why we always want to be in Birmingham. There's more venues here that are large enough to accommodate the Zimbabwean community. That's why we pick Birmingham.
Indeed, people need to explain why.
Okay, I have a question for you, Mr. Madzingo. Beyond brand visibility, how do you measure the return on investment for sponsoring a major music event like this one?
Yeah, it's for us. There is the element of return on investment, then there's this element of social corporate responsibility. So normally, as long as the show is attracting the right people, the right numbers, we are happy to support and make sure that the artists and the promoters get the support that they deserve for bridging the cultural and identity issues to do with our communities. So you find us supporting not just Zimbabwean artists. Just last week we did the Zam Malawi, and there were about 10 artists from Zambia and Malawi. We were hosting them here at the Diaspora Insurance House as well. So it's about the African identity and promoting our own people. So sometimes it's not always about money, it's about creating that togetherness, because in the togetherness we get our voice and we get our power through our voice. So it's very, very important to keep that going. Yeah, so it's not always chasing the money.
We would also like to welcome another one of our brand ambassadors, Tommy Pastor.
Yay!
I don't have my sweater. Where's my sweater?
Beautiful. Thank you guys for coming out. It's great to host you here at the Diaspora Insurance House. And we saw this building come to life. And I'm super excited to see Mr. Put It. We're listening to one of your songs on our way. Which one is that? Just now, it's a few minutes. And it's good to see Mkoma Jeff, who has been supporting us. It has been years now. And we appreciate you so much, Mkoma Jeff. And it's great to have you, Chairman. Welcome to United Kingdom. One ghetto youth, first person to always open an iPhone 17 in Harare. He's very known for doing that, Kilati, and we're super excited to be hosting you here. Asim Koma Simba in the house. Thank you so much for being. I came with my beautiful wife, and I've seen a lot of entertainers in the house. DJ and Goddess at the back. My team, Lynn. Guys, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much. We wanted this to be so much big, but I think the time was so limited. We wanted people to come here, get photos, talk to artists. We're super proud of your project, Mr. Putit. Super proud of your project. Kilati, what people are saying is they want an album. I saw it on the internet. They can't wait for an album. And every time you give us an album, it's something else. I'll tell you, one of your songs has been one of the greatest songs in UK, not only in Zimbabwe, Canada. There is no wedding, no event. White people, British people, they dance to Canada. They know how to dance to Canada. And this evening you're performing at the Curve, and we're still inviting people. If you're watching live on the Comic Pastor page, if you're watching live from Diaspora Insurance page, buy your tickets. Get ready because it's on fire, and you don't have to miss this one. So we need to meet you there at the Curve. What else do I have to say? People need to have insurance. You need insurance. Recently we have received bad news again. One of our fellow Zimbabweans working on a cruise ship jumped overboard. She passed away. And now the process of bringing that person back home, the process of trying to bury a person in a foreign land is very difficult. This is why we're coming in as Diaspora Insurance saying, while you're enjoying, while you're drinking your wine, while you're getting into all these businesses that you're doing, remember that there is a time where money will be needed to repatriate your body, to cover funeral expenses back home. So you need to be a member of Diaspora Insurance. I've spoken about Diaspora Insurance on the Comic Awards. I've spoken about Diaspora Insurance on skits, on everything. As we enjoy, people tend to forget that after enjoying, we will all leave this place. So when you leave, you don't want to leave your family problems. You don't want people to be go-funding you. Let people go fund me to buy a router. I mean, so if you want to go fund me, we allow people to go fund you for your own good. But when it comes to your body, you'll be in a mortuary somewhere, and it will be very cold. Don't think you cannot mortuary. So please, I don't want you to don't worry for longer days. You guys are married. Get a Diaspora Insurance policy. We give you cash. The good part about it is we don't give you goods and services. Have you said that? Have you spoken about this? Okay. We don't give you goods and services. We don't say to pay mombe. It was mombe. Nema cabbage. But they cannot be used to put your body on a plane. So please, join Diaspora Insurance today. Join it for your family, join it wherever you are in the world. It's a global thing. It's not only for UK, Australia, Canada, America, New Zealand. We are all there. So please, the numbers will show on your screen, and just inbox us on our Facebook pages. Talk to me on my WhatsApp, and I can still make you join Diaspora Insurance. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I have another question for Kilati. It's so nice kukuona uchiperforma mu Birmingham. Wadzoka futi mu Birmingham. Unofila sei kuona ma Zimbabweans wakawanda vachiuya kuzofara nekuteerera music yako kana uri mu-UK. And then imwe question yandoda kufunza ndeyekuti paunostructure set list yako paunouya ku-UK unozviita different here for vanhu vari mudiaspora pane zvaunoita kana uchiita mashow emuharare?
Chekutanga ndoti kuona vanhu vachiuya uchinzi show yaita sold out chinhu chasingatore for granted. Vanhu kugeza usiya dzimba dzavo kukamahotels vakuzoteerera uchiridza Mwari anenge ariko atiri kunyepa. Vanhu vandovatenda zvisingaite because ndo vanoita nditenga iPhone 17 because pasina ivo hapana kirati handofane nzara ndounyepere kana music yacho haitoimbike. Saka vanhu vandovatenda ndoti Mwari ngaaramba achivakomborera achivaitira nyangwe kwavanotsvaga mari dzavo kumabasa kwavo ngazvirambe zvichiendeka. Ndotoga ndichivanamatira kuti zvinhu zvavo zvirambe zvichiita vakawana simba indovanawo simba. Then secondly panyaya yeplaylist yandoridza kuHarare neyandoridza kunoku kudhara ndopazvaitinetsei pandakatanga kuya kunoku UK was waiti song inenge ichifarirwa kuHarare inenge isati yakurosa kunoku inenge isati yakuzikanwa. But nowadays vanhu vakukwanisa kukurosa kuti izvezvi comic pastor tokunenge titori tese next week kuHarare andova comic screen andori nawo ndichitoshare stage maizuro kuHarare. Saka zvafanana nowadays playlist haichachinja. Plus the more yatinoramba chirelisa music ichipinda playlist yakuti yachifanana hazvichatogatinetsa kugadzira. Kudhara vaitombobvisa ise zvekuHarare usara netu dzinoijizikanwa unotonzi aiwa hatiiziye inondofamba wapaurosi. But mazuva ano masaisai akuita kuti zviti izi playlist haichanetsa.
Okay, thank you.
So another question yangu is to Nkoma XQ na Nkoma Kinati. Like, how do you tell an album? Because recently Paragaraga, personally it's more about heartbreak. Was that Chachema, you understand? And from Nkoma Kinati, most of my albums, and personally, when I listen to them, it's more about bringing ghetto youths, German streets, you understand me? So how do you tell an album, Kuti, Munesa Shramsa say, I mean, Safumare said because Maramba but how do you tell an album, because I'm sure even Paragaraga, and Gina so can get Ian Terry because it look boa, or Ian Terry because I'm school later. Like, it's all just good music at the end of the day. So how do you come about telling an album? So it's,
I think the most important thing is to have a team around you. Uruwega zvinogononetsa anogoneta confusion exists, but kila tiani vanhu kana more than 10 team wake vandozo make sure that album rapera ndeipi song yatirogona kugadzira video first kana toita sei ndeipi yachatanga kureleasa kana tareleasa what's the roller plan chakanoita show kupi tikuita sese. So I think most important thing is to have a team, you know, about that second year, because Uruwega sometimes you know, because in my favorite songs and you know fire up album abana one song abana we fire didn't get any fire the song my favorite song and I am ending most of the people they don't like, but ndoga nachinesa na tamu ngati nchita song you mix with the two song impopeka ndaba ngati singa chakeni song. But yeah, release also you know going to better. So sometimes you just need people around you. I want to tell you, and want to be seen kuti kana ati malena maisa ba nenya tsiranga dhapa. Tunoshare mali unoterera and then mochaga mawedze ku replace type of thing.
Last question.
Kana Nkoma totaura ina hajataura.
The floor is now closed for questions. I'll hand the floor back to the CEO for closing remarks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I wanted to ask the last question to Atango.
I will give you in my time.
Thank you so much.
So,
Short one. To brand ambassador comic. Ndakaona makamboreleasa ma-songs but asakamboona ivaposta aimangovaisavo Diaspora Insurance posta vanamodzi comic pastor supported by XQ.
That's a good one. That's a good one. So it's only in Zimbabwe where we have one artist who is a songwriter, singer, performer, and all in one.
Yes.
Anywhere else in the world, someone can be just a performing artist, but performing other people's music. Then there are some people who are just born songwriters, and there are some people who are born singers. But with Zimbabwe, now to split. I don't want to mention names because there are some people that this person has got a good voice, but when it comes to writing, they don't know what to write. And then there are some people, I'll tell you, I've written music for so many artists, not just one, so many. And they've recorded and they're good songs. Some are hit songs, some are performed. And I do it not because I am good, but because the composition gift is in me. And then I can't sing. I wrote song on the town. I'm so cross with one great Zimbabwean artist because he came into the studio. They got Wango. Since Wango for the panel, the couple wait the name on my video. I came Mahara was a Freddie. There's a one like you where you got it. Then I called that young boy who did that song. I got so vocal. Then I repeat that. Then I'm trying to fight that vocal. I never also like X was saying, you don't expect a song to be a hit, but it just blows up. You don't separate. I'm going to go when I need my song. I don't need
no one need thank you. Thank you again. Just to close, again, thank you, Comic Pastor, for coming. Our brand ambassadors, XQ, Kilati Chairman, thank you, and welcome again to Diaspora Insurance. And we look forward to a very good show tonight. And the managers, we know it's a lot of work to be managing these artists and to manage all the logistics. And sometimes it goes without anyone noticing. The promoters as well. It's a lot of work. It's a business to be running the promotions, and sometimes it doesn't go well. But we always want to keep you encouraged so that we don't kill the fire. The fire may die down, but sometimes if it doesn't work, let's not kill the baby. Let's keep going and keep promoting each other and supporting. As Diaspora Insurance will always be there. In as much as we can, we'll always be there to support our artists from Africa and make sure that we continue to grow as a community. It's about community empowerment, it's about our identity, it's about us working as a people and creating capacity for each other. So again, thank you so much for everyone who came to support the artists, the journalists, and everyone. We appreciate your work. Without you, we could have a press conference here that no one gets to know about. So again, thank you for coming to broadcast and also to make sure the world knows of what is happening here and also the show. So those who don't have tickets for the show tonight, this is it. Just get your tickets and let's go there.
My MC has disappeared.
The food is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also, as part of the African culture, we finish Neku and something to eat. We've got the drinks there. Then we are going to provide a bit of food there. If you are, yeah, I'm sure it's enough for everyone. Thank you.
Thank